We've hit a bit of a problem. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So if you're here and you're new, I'm Ash. I'm building a garage in my garden for the car with the intention of wrapping stuff in there, but mainly for the fact of having somewhere dry and hopefully warm space to work on the car. So I've not posted for a while because I've actually recently changed jobs, and I've gone from working in a job where you get paid for the week you've worked to now working in a job where you work a week in hand. So I apologise for the lack of content recently. Hopefully that'll be back up and running soon. I know I always seem to say that, but hopefully it will be. So from the last video with the shed, you would have seen that I'd done one side. I can't remember if it was one side or the one side in the back, but I basically got all the frame done, and then I started on the roof. I did film some of it with the intention of adding it into the video once I'd done more on the shed, but because of internet trolls, should we say, and to be fair, some of them were right, I had to take the roof off. I'd completely done it wrong. That was on me. You know, I didn't do enough research on what I should have done, so we've took that down. I knew that I would have to do one side of the shed first before I started on the roof. Well, before I finished the roof, should I say. So I threw the money into some cladding for the one side, and what I'll do now, I'll insert some clips of what I actually did. You'll see how I did it and what I used and whatnot, and then I'll bring you back in and I will show you where we are now, because we've hit a bit of a problem. Right guys, there you can see I've put the waterproof membrane down on there, and just over there we've got some feather edge board to clad all this out. So that is what we'll be getting on with next. All I used them, I don't know if you'd have saw it or not, but it was just a staple gun just to keep it all down. This is what they use on roofs, the garages and stuff on site, so this is the stuff we've got. And like I say, some feather edge board, basically fence panels, going to go horizontally instead of vertically, horizontally across, and we're just going to fix them down obviously to the stud work. So just before obviously I start, I'm not going to be starting at the top edge, I'll be starting at the bottom edge, but I just wanted to show you how it is I'm actually going to do this. So obviously I'll put one down and then the next one will overlap it. So obviously if it was that way around, water would seep into there a lot easier. So if we overlap it like you would any kind of cladding, water should just run off then, and obviously down and over that way. So that is the plan. So we're going to get some boards across there now, work our way up. We've got about 57 footers, obviously they're standing up there, and then we've got some 6 footers there. I've got around 80 boards altogether now. Measurements are correct, that should be enough to do this. Time will tell if I'm right or wrong, so stay tuned and we will get some more of these down. So guys, just before I set you up on the stand, I just thought I'd show you exactly what I've done. So I've laid out the first one along there, that's all in. Now what I'm going to do is I've made this little thing up here, so I'm basically just going to put that on there, butt that up against it nice and straight, and then the next panel can just sort of sit across there on there, and then I can zip it in, and it will keep it nice and evenly spaced. I'll move this obviously along as I put the next ones in excuse me, and we'll continue on up, and that's how I intend to try and do it. Right, there we have, that is where I've got up to today. Sadly I've run out of screws, shocked at how many I've used if I'm completely honest. So I've got this little bit left here to finish. As you can see, it's probably about another 8 boards or so, and obviously there's just a one there to finish, but that's me done for tonight. Once that's done, can lift it up, sit it on there, bolt it down, happy days. As you can see here, I've left a gap. That is because once this sits on there, that'll go around there, and the membrane there will wrap around here slightly, so that it can overlap from the stuff that's on this side. Pretty sure you already know that. If you don't, well, now you do. So yeah, I'll pick the camera up again, probably tomorrow when I'm finishing this. Right guys, this piece here that you can see should be, as it's like that, should be sat on the wall like that. Obviously this would be the inside. The cladding is underneath, under there, and basically what I've done is this panel was sat the other way around. That was the top, this side by my feet is the bottom, and there was going to be a couple of us, one either side, a couple in the middle. We were going to lift it up, plonk it on so it was on top of the pegs, on top of the brick. And on this side, I've obviously got a massive overhang here and with the wood, so that it can wrap around that corner, and it would have sat in there to wrap around here, so it keeps it watertight on that corner. Anyway, a couple of the guys let me down, so it was just the two of us. We tried to lift this and it just did not happen. So because it was so heavy with all the extra wood on, we decided that we'd put this edge, which was obviously over there, we were going to lift it up so that it was plonked on the wood, and then just lift it up that extra couple of inches to get it over the pegs. It didn't happen and the bottom fell out. I think because it was all I think this one was soaked so badly. As you can see, I tried to repair it to try and get it to go up, but it didn't happen. So basically what I'm going to do, down here I've got a couple of struts that were for the roof, but they're wrong, so they're not going up there. I'm going to put one from here down to that side, another one from here down to that side, so then there won't be any of this nonsense going on. And basically what I'm going to do is then I will use these pieces to fill in here, so kind of like in there. If you imagine this piece is this piece, just for a sec, that'll be in there, because then it can be bolted up through there, it can be bolted through there, a lot more stronger than obviously it is now. Basically what I'm going to do now is take these pieces off, put those across here, and then use that wood to strengthen it across the bottom, and if I've got enough, go across the top as well. One piece will run from where this double is here that way, and one will run from that one that way. I'm going to sandwich them together to try and create more strength in the base of the structure, and then I'm going to use the pieces that I just said that were up in the shed. They're basically going to use this piece to show it will sit like that, and then it can bolt up from the underside of the wood into that one, and then through that side and into that one, make this bottom half a lot stronger. I'm also going to add a couple into the top, and then when the structure's up, I'm actually going to add some more in, obviously along here, and I'll do that throughout the whole lot. So that is the plan, guys. I've got my two lengths, obviously from middle that way and middle that way, and now I'm going to cut half of it off, the whole way down, same on that side, and then when they sit together they'll sit basically like that again. So I'll do that now, and then I'll show you when it's done. There we have it, guys. That is what I was talking about. So obviously now, like I was saying, obviously when the screws go through, I'll go through and it'll make everything a lot stronger, because that's all one piece, that's all one piece, so we're good to go. Next I'm going to cut some struts for in here to obviously strengthen all this bottom piece up, and yeah, again, once we're done I'll show you what I've got. Done all the bottom, everything that I said I would, I've just done. So yeah, it's pretty much ready now to be flipped over and then put up, because obviously that is the bottom and that is the top. I know it's confusing, but it's how I had to do it to fix it. So we'll lift it up, walk it back, plonk it on. That's the idea anyway. So guys, thank you for watching. That is it from me this week. I have to find out next time to see whether it goes okay or whether it fails miserably again. Fingers crossed it goes okay. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon.